Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it says, Chapter 18, Perfection of Renunciation, Text 65. Always think of me, become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. So Krishna is speaking this verse to Arjuna. He said, I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Purpose. The most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him and act for him. One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna. One should always act in such a way that all his duty, all his daily activity are in connection with Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. And the Lord's promise is that anyone who is such pure Krishna consciousness will certainly return to the abode of Krishna, where he will be engaged in association of Krishna face to face. The most confidential part of knowledge is spoken to Arjuna because he is a very dear friend of Krishna. Everyone who follows the path of Arjuna can become a dear friend of Krishna and obtain the same perfection as Arjuna. These words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna, the very form with two hands carrying a flute, the bluish boy with a beautiful face, peacock feathers in his hair. There is description of Krishna found in the Brahma Samhita and other literatures. One should fix his mind on the original form of Godhead, Krishna. One should not even divert the attention to other forms of the Lord. The Lord has multi-forms as Vishnu, Narayana, Ram, Vara, etc. But a devotee should concentrate his mind on a form that was present before Arjuna. Concentration of the mind on the form of Krishna constitutes the most confidential part of knowledge, and this is disclosed to Arjuna because Arjuna is the most dear friend of Krishna. So many times Prabhupada is stating that Arjuna is a very dear friend of Krishna. That means he is emphasizing a point. So the first line, always think of me, become a devotee. It's impossible to always think of Krishna, but you can think of him regularly. If you're going down the coast and you see the ocean, you can be reminded of Krishna. Vast bodies of water are in the ocean. When you see beautiful fruits and flowers, you can be reminded of Krishna's creation. There's so many things that can remind us about Krishna, but we just have to focus our mind and see everything else. Krishna wants us to see. So, worship means, that's how we are doing the worship. Worship means to welcome the Lord into our hearts and to our home. After we finish, offer the food stuff to Krishna and become prasad, and then we do the worship. We use the heat as a 5-week frame. We have 5 principal relationship with the Lord, so we use a 5-week frame. Then we offer him water to wash his feet and his mouth, and we offer him a handkerchief, offer him some flowers for the sweet aroma, and so forth. That's how we welcome the Lord to our hearts and home. And then your home, you make it a prayer place, and you dedicate it to Krishna. Offer your homage unto him. This house is Krishna's, you come. Just like I have one friend, his name is Mahesh, he's from India. So when I went to ask him a donation, I told him, I need 10 kilos of kidney beans. He said, why so little? See, all this is belong to Krishna, you take how much you want. I said, no. Just take 10 kgs. So that man, he has a realization that nothing belongs to him, everything belongs to the Lord, like that. So he is renounced, he is not attached. He can just give everything away like that. Prabhupada was giving one story. There's one house on the left hand side, one house on the right hand side, and then there is a road in the center. On the right hand side of the road, there was a house and they lived a prostitute. On the left hand side of the house, they had a Brahmana, elderly Brahmana. He had his Bhagavad Gita open, but he's not reading it. He's paying attention to how many clients are coming, how many customers this lady is getting. So, at the time of death, when the Yamadutas came to take him and shackle his body and take him to the hellish planet, he said, no. You made a very grave mistake. You should go for her. Then Yamaduta said, it is you that were sinful. You were concentrating and meditating about your clients, and you had the Bhagavad Gita open. And that person was thinking, oh, how holy is this man? He's reading Bhagavad Gita. So, the consciousness of how one thinks. Just like how you get electricity, it makes the fridge cold and the stove hot. So the desires are there, the application are there, depends how you use it. Another time I heard a story in India. This sannyasi was traveling to another village, and on the train line, the car stalled and the train is coming. And then quickly they have to abandon this vehicle and move to safety. And then when he's telling the story in the temple, and then the devotee asks a question, what were you thinking about? He said, I was thinking about my former wife. So he's chanting the holy name to burn heaps and bounds of karma. But we should perform it in a pure state, not mechanical, just to get rid of the 16 rounds and get on with our business. So we have to chant purely, then the effect will come. Everybody will tell you the secret is in the bead bag. In this age of Kali, this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, Mahaprabhu is stating, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Evekevila, Kalo na seva, Kati Rangata. In this age of Kali, once you chant the holy name, chant the holy name, chant the holy name. There's no other way, there's no other way, there's no other way. So your deity worship won't work, your meditation won't work, your yoga won't work. The only thing will work is chanting the holy names of the Lord. That creates some remembrance. Supposing you put in an awkward situation, and then you have nothing to depend on but the holy name. Gajendra, he committed some offenses in his past life, the elephant. So he went into the water to have a refreshing drink and to bathe. And suddenly this crocodile caught his leg. For 100 years they were fighting. Because the elephant is an animal of the land, it was getting weaker and weaker. The crocodile is a creature of the water, and you're getting stronger and stronger, and his bite, his jaws were tightly around the hind leg, and blood was oozing out. In a seemingly helpless situation, Gajendra the elephant plucked a lotus flower with the trunk and he lifted it up to Krishna as an offering. So when he did that, Krishna immediately released the Sudarshan chakra and slayed this crocodile. Just a simple act of offering to Krishna. Now if you're chanting the holy name, you're engaging in devotional service, you offer your homage unto Krishna, you're taking Krishna Prasad, and then at the end of his lifetime, you can go to Krishna. Now, liberation means that you've been born in a family of brahmanas or an aristocratic family to take to this process again. Immediately, you don't get liberated. So, you fall in this category in a brahmana family or aristocratic family, and then there's no impediment to take to this process again. And then you take to this process and you wholeheartedly you purify your existence, and then whatever universe Krishna is performing his pastime, you join that entourage. And when that pastime is completed, then you go with that entourage back either to Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. Okay. So this process is simple for the simple and crooked for the crooked. So you just need to chant the holy name, engage in some service, offer your homage and do your worship, and then you will come to Krishna. You're meeting face to face, you can be a dear friend to Krishna, you can have parental love for Krishna, you can have conjugal relationship, because we are Purush, we are meant to be enjoyed by Krishna. So chapter 9 is entitled The Most Confidential Knowledge. If the knowledge is confidential, then why is it in the Bhagavad Gita? It is only meant for Krishna. How are we doing for time?
Another 20 minutes.
If you have any questions, we can ask them to answer.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. You spoke about the pastime, or that time where Gajendra the elephant and the crocodile were fighting. It's interesting to understand how time is a factor in there. They fought for 100 years, you mentioned.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated what you said, that in times of his suffering and his struggle, essentially, he was almost about to be killed. He still found the time to remember Krishna and offer something. What I take away from that is that no matter what condition of life you find yourself in, there's always something you can offer Krishna or remember Krishna by. And is that what you're saying? Is that
Yes.
Okay.
Example can be given about Sudama. His wife said, go to your friend, you'll study together, he is your friend, go. And then he said, I cannot go empty-handed. So she took a sari, she doing madhukari, you go and beg from each house, little like a bee taking nectar. So they just gave a few grains. That was cheap price, it's not meant to be eaten. But when you go see somebody, you need to take a gift and go. So she tied it in the upper cloth of Sudama, and he went. And then when he was at the gate, he told the gateman, I've come to see Krishna, he's my childhood friend. They laughed at him. So Krishna is Trikala Gyani, he is past, present and future. So he said to Rukmini, Sudama is there. He said, how you know? He said, no, I know, Sudama is there. So he instructed the gateman to bring him. So when he came, Krishna embraced him. He said, oh, Sudama, you have come. He said, yes, I have come. Made his maidservant bring pitchers of water and washed his feet because he's a brahmana. Now the sannyasis, you wash the feet. In India, you walk from one village to the next village, you are tired. So they wash your feet right until your knee, so you become refreshed. So when he had finished washing the feet, he said, "So Sundama, what gift have you brought for me?" He was so embarrassed to offer him the cheap price. And Krishna said, "Oh, I see something there." So Krishna snatched it. He took one mouthful. When he took that one mouthful, all the opulence what Sudama wanted to ask Krishna was automatically bestowed at the homestead of Sudama. When he was about to take it, the second handful, Rukmini caught him, said, "You are very miserly, let us share some." So the reason she did that was, if Krishna had taken the second bite, all the queen should have belonged to him. So meager cheap price can turn the Lord towards his friend in an opulent way. What to speak of we offering opulent items to the Lord. So whatever you do, whatever you give away, do it as an offering to Krishna. There's no loss of diminution. You may not see the result now, but one day it will come. Many times I had that experience. I was cooking the Sunday feast. I'm telling my friend, I need 1 gallon oil. He said, "Okay, I'll get it." I told him, "Wait." 5 minutes later, Maharaj came, "Prabhu, here's the oil." We were cooking and then we didn't have sugar for the juice. We had sugar for the halwa. And then I said, "Oh, we need to get 5 kgs. And someone brought it. You just have to depend on the Lord. The Lord will inspire others within our heart. You are coming, take something and go. So there's no loss of devotion. Always try and remember Krishna. When you're going to bed, you think of Krishna. Now, on my ceiling, don't ask me how I got there. I got a nice picture of Krishna. When the room is illuminated by the sun, and I look, the first thing I see is Krishna on the ceiling. And I feel happy when I see that. I know I'm still alive. Okay. Is there any other question before we stop? I'm sorry, nobody introduced us. My name is Anantadeva. I'm an insignificant servant or disciple of His Holiness Giriraj. I try my best. I've been practicing since 1979. And if there's anything higher than Krishna consciousness, I would have been there. But thus far, I was convinced there's no other way than Krishna consciousness. So if you have any questions, you can see me after class. Or we are cooking the Sunday feast, you're more than welcome to come. Either assist or come take prasad on the 30th of November. On the 29th of November, I have to be at the temple at 3 a.m. to cook for the Sai group. You know, his birthday is 100 years. So they gave us a contract. So my team is doing 250 kgs of halava and 48 pots biryani. So they taking and distributing for his 100th birthday. And they told us, please offer it. So I felt nice when they called us for the meeting. We offered prasad, you know, everyone take prasad.
3 o'clock morning, bro. Sheesh.
Yeah, because it has to be ready by 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
30, 60, 90, 120. 4 pots first and then the balance after that.
Okay.
It's a hard job.
Yeah.
But that's why you must come one day and see me there. You don't have to come 4 in the morning, come 6 hours. No gymming is there. Srila Prabhupada ki, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Sri Radha Radhanath ki, Gaura Premanande.